And when would a company know whether it's time to either build or rent the agentic tools? So a lot of companies might be on the cusp of, do we just use somebody else's, or do we start to think about building our own tool internally here? What kind of considerations would a company have there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's all dependent on the risk, profile of a specific company, right? I mean, it's always better to build your own and know that you've got your own quality built into what you've done. But it's also just as easy to potentially rent or look at using somebody else's LM or model based on a specific use case, right? So I think it's highly customized around a specific use case and a specific business line. So there's no one size fits all approach. It really depends on, for example, right, depending on the criticality of what you're doing in healthcare, that varies dramatically over what you're doing potentially in a standard B2C marketing environment where the criticality of a looking at a radiology report and duplicating that versus duplicating something at scale where there's less consequence. It's all part of that risk profile that one has to manage as a business. And I don't think there's a specific, surefire answer on that. I think it's a case by case.
Makes sense. Ken, where do most organizations either overcomplicate or underinvest in their data structure?
I think we kind of hit that a little bit before. They tend to focus on the shiny objects and what's the latest and greatest bleeding edge new stuff that's out there instead of fixing the fundamentals. Trying to rely on too many vendors and too many different philosophies.
Yep.